Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Doodle. This is just a little show where I talk about the things that I've been drawing lately, and today's episode I'm going to be talking about this piece I did in celebration of Pokemon Day. I've been engaging with Pokemon for about as long as I can remember, really. Can't really say where it was that my initial exposure to it was, whether it was from watching the anime, watching my siblings playing Pokemon Stadium and Snap on the N64, or the times I would nick my older brother's Game Boy and voice his Master Ball on the Goldeen. Yeah, I wasn't exactly winning awards or being a good little brother, but it wasn't too long after that my mum got me my own Game Boy Color and a copy of Pokemon Blue. And ever since those days, Pokemon has been a firm pillar of my gaming pantheon. Like many games I played as a kid, I don't ever remember getting further than the SSN, usually due to my constant restarting of the game for reasons I don't really understand. Maybe I just wasn't vibing with my team at the point, or wanted to try a different starter. So a lot of my overall exposure to the mons I never got to see when I was playing the game was playing Pokemon Stadium with my siblings, who would usually spend the matches loading my team with the Caterpies and the Wheelers and whatnot while they gave themselves all the legendaries, which was honestly a lot of my experience of gaming as a kid. Eventually I'd move on to Gen 2, where I definitely started to get better at the actual games themselves, actually getting to see more of what the games offered and seeing all the different kinds of Pokemon available, including my favourite Pokemon to this day, Heracross. Kind of missed out on a lot of Gen 3 because I didn't get a Game Boy Advance until much later in its life, and the only Pokemon game I ever really had for back in that day was like Fire Red, which is where I spent a lot of my time, but again that was still just Gen 1 again, just a bit prettier. My focus on back then was more so on the GameCube with Pokemon Colosseum, which was the first game I got for the system and where I spent a lot of my time, even if, much like a lot of those games back then, did not get very far in it. When we get to Gen 4, however, it's a bit of a different story. This is where things started to really click for me. The gen where I started finding friends within the community, started going to all these special events, like with the World Champions and such, or even learning the card game and going to pre-release tournaments of that. It's when I also got more versed in the internet and was looking up pre-release stuff from Cerebi, learning of the upcoming mons and drawing them whenever I got the chance to, eventually bubbling into me doodling my own Pokemon, and which is more or less the catalyst for why I became an artist in the first place. And that's pretty much my main history with the series. Ever since, I've kind of just been playing the games, drawing the characters, and enjoying pretty much every moment. I know some folks will complain about certain aspects of the series, such as it not being the prettiest or the most in-depth compared to other RPGs, but for me Pokemon has always been like a sort of a comfort food series. Could I get a pretty meal that is better for me? Probably. Are there alternatives that cater to an itch that sometimes the main series can't quite scratch? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, when it comes to something I'll slap on and play through when I've had a stressful day and just want to lose myself in a world to unwind, then Pokemon is very much one of my go-tos. And I'm hoping it will stay that way for whatever comes next with the company, that for all I know could be announced by the time this video goes up. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see me do more like it, please throw us a like and subscribe to stay updated on my videos. I'm working hard to keep doing more and more stuff on YouTube this year, so hopefully you'll look forward to what I am working on for this year. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and take care.